I call to order the December 2nd, 2025 meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission. And there is a quorum present with the following members absent, Chairman Merrick and Commissioner Zamudio. Now, if you all stand, I'll lead with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item C is approval of the consent calendar. On the consent calendar, we have the minutes for the November 4th meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission and a continuation of TA 2025-09, which is administrative plat approval, and that's been moved to February 3rd.
I move to accept the consent calendar.
Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item D is public hearing, and we have two items. One is FP 2025-01. It's a request by Gilbert and Robert Campbell on behalf of the Robert M. Campbell Family Trust, the Gilbert A. Campbell Revocable Living Trust, Jody Lynn Wolfels, and William Thomas Carver Jr. to subdivide approximately 22 acres of land into a 4-lot for the Wineglass Lane Estate Final Plat. The property is located at 1170 East Road, 4 North, Chino Valley.
Thank you, Vice Chair Paziak.
First, are there any disclosures from the Commission?
None.
No. Okay. Please present.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Good evening, and Commissioners. Jessica Berrigan, your Senior Planner here for Development Services. Before you this evening again, is the final plat brought to you as case number FP 2025-01 for Wineglass Lane Estates minor 4-lot residential subdivision. The property was split several times since 2022 and without town approval, and so at the applicant's request tonight, we'll bring that property into conformance. So the property is, this 22-acre subject property is located at 1170 East Road 4 North. You can see the access way here, like a flagpole here. It is zoned AR5, and the surrounding areas include state land to the north and the east, AR5 residential to the south, and commercial heavy zoning to the west. In front of you is a close-up of the proposed configuration provided by the applicant. The subdivision will be served by well and septic. Platting area, again, is approximately 22 acres. Access way is from private street, the Wineglass Lane. The number of lots meets the minimum requirements for the AR5 district, or the minimum size. The average acreage is 5 to 6 acres per lot. The frontage minimum does need to get updated by the applicant, and that is in progress. And that is per section 3.6.d.2 of the zoning ordinance. So a neighborhood meeting was held for this request on October 28th at the subject site. 5 neighbors were in attendance along with the applicant and staff. Topics of concern mainly surrounded potential noise and odors or complaints from the existing industrial uses to the west. No written comments were received from staff. Here's a slide showing a summary of the external comments that were found in your packet. They are all related to fire safety, wastewater, and also some preservation recommendations for wildlife that was identified in that vicinity. So with that, staff does recommend that the Planning and Zoning Commission forward to the Town Council a recommendation for approval Final plat FP 2025-01 for approximately 22 acres of land, creating 4 lots of minimum 5 acres each, subject to conditions of approval that are found in your packet in attachment A. Here's an image of those conditions. The applicant is here. They don't have anything further to add, and I'm available for any questions as well. Thank you.
Does the commission have any questions for staff?
Yes, why do you recommend approval?
They meet all the criteria for that's found in section 5 of the UDO.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Does the applicant want to present anything? Are there any public comments? Well, at that point, I'll close the public hearing and I'll entertain a motion on FP 2025-01.
I make a motion to approve per staff's recommendation of approval on FP 2025-01.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Second public hearing is TA 2025-07.
All right. Good evening, Vice Chair, Commissioners. Will Benji, Assistant Director, Development Services. I'm going to go down here into this text amendment. So the item before you is a requested text amendment initiated by town staff. Sorry, getting there really quick. And this does tie into the final plat that just went before you. Sorry. Okay. So this is a request to amend sections 5.3.3 and 5.3.4 of the Unified Development Ordinance, and it pertains to wastewater and well system, private waste, private well on site. So for, I think, the 3 of you that were on commission when we tackled the land division, serial splitting, wildcat subdivision issues that were going on through Chino Valley, one of the caveats that were essentially given to the lot split community during the October of 2020 decision to essentially tighten down on these wildcat subdivisions was that the properties had exemptions up until September 1st of 2025 if you split via lot split process, which is 3 lots or less, or if you do a minor rural subdivision such as the subdivision before you previously, was that they were exempt from mandated water and sewer connections by town code. So even if there was water and sewer in front of the property, if they split and developed before September 1st, 2025, or submitted their request before 2025, they could utilize on-site well, on-site septic. Then again, in 2020, when they did a subdivision ordinance update that said all subdivisions, period, connect to water and sewer, this exemption was still in place for rural subdivisions or those lot splits. So the item before you tonight is the removal of this now because it is past the September 1st deadline for any project submittals. Our last project was the Wineglass Lane Estates minor subdivision. So as this moves forward, there is no need to keep this exemption on the records anymore. The proposal is to just have the 5.3.3 water design facilities and 5.3.4 sewer facility designs, and just retain C Town Code Title 5 for all of the for all regulations, which is where our regulations are for water and sewer and those associated mandates. So staff does recommend approval for text amendment TA 25007. Have any questions? I am here to address them.
Is the new one we just talked about, is it exempt?
It is exempt because their application came in prior to September 1st. So that's why this one has to follow the subdivision. So if the subdivision goes through, this exemption gets off the books and it's clean slate.
So then no one can have septic and wells.
So right now they already can't if you didn't have an application in by September 1st in reference to a subdivision. So if you did have a single lot existing currently, you can still develop with a well and septic. But if you want to come in and say, I have 5 acres, want to get 5 lots out of it, you're going to have to connect to water and sewer. And that that ordinance was passed in 2020 by town council.
Are there any other questions? Are there any comments from the public? I'll close this item for public hearing, and I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve TA 2025-07, a request to amend the Town of Chino Valley UDO Chapter 154, Chapter 5, Section 5.3.3 and 5.3.4.
Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, item E is action items, and we have none. Action, item F is information items. Is there any information from the staff?
We do. So we have 2 for you tonight. Though the first one here did not come to you. It was a town code direct amendment for the construction codes. I do know we have one member who worked very hard on that here on the commission this evening. But those were approved by town council to update to the 24 codes? 24 codes. So that happened on November 18th. Those code changes take 30 days technically to enact, but they will start officially on January 1, 2026.
24 codes, 23 electrical
Thank
code.
you.
Electrical is a weird cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super weird on that. Then number 2, we did send out an email for a special study session on December 16th. This came about in regards to our January Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. We have a pretty in-depth item coming up, and we think a study session would benefit all, including commission staff and even public, to understand, to help digest this item. Talk about the item a little bit, or we'll wait. We'll talk more about that on December 16th. So if you have not responded back to Jerry Ann as far as your availability, please do so. We're looking at the 16th at 6 p.m. in this building. So it will be, 2 weeks from today. Next, 2 Tuesdays out. So if you can be there, awesome. If not, please let us know and we can schedule something to accommodate. Awesome.
Thank you.
No problem.
Does the commission have any information items?
No.
The chairman, acting, does not have any. Are there any information items from the public? Hearing none, I'll go to the last item on the agenda, and that's for adjournment. May I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.